Ok rồi, cho đi đi bật đi.
You can't say I want success and expect the universe to get your skibbity right. That's like walking into Starbucks and being like, hello, sir, can I have a drink? And they're like, bro, what drink? Be specific, or they're just gonna give you something random.
Sao giống lần trước quá vậy?
And be skibbity and set a deadline. That's the energy Hill wants from you. You don't kind of sort of wish for success. You burn people for it. Hill tells a story. Oh yeah, this is the same part. Mẹ cái nói cái câu chuyện của cái con Edward, con Edwin Seymour con. Đây là một cái phần con ghé lại câu chuyện như vậy đó. Hill tells a story of a guy who has no money. His name is Edward C. Barnes, not Edwin. I kept getting those mixed up. And he literally did this thing, which was weird. Like, he just showed up randomly out of the blue one day, and he was like, I want a chance at applying for your job. I'm not going to leave unless you give me it. And he had literally annoyed Edison. And so Broke gave him a job. He ended up as Edison's partner. And just because of that one day where he showed up and he was like, I'm not going to leave. The lesson from this is be so committed that your dream has no choice but to say yes to you, and you can do it. And then be the skibbity guy like Edward C. Barnes who wasn't broke anymore. 3. Brainwash yourself. Literally, you need to repeat your goals out loud every day until your brain already believes it's happening. Say it morning and night in the mirror, and then, well, don't forget it, because if you do, then that'll be bad. Your brain becomes what it hears over and over, and nó xong mẹ thì nó sẽ hôi thời gian này á. Very good.
Mẹ đang focus á.
If you say I'm never going to make it, you never will. If you say I'm on my way to the greatness, you will. Because you actually have to have determination as what you're doing. Or, well, being a pessimist, like some people who will say that they're never going to make it. And what's the point in saying, well, you're never going to make it? Like, what's the point of having a goal if you're going to say you're never going to make it and not even going to try that hard? You don't have to know everything. You just need to know your job better than most people. And if you don't, you have to learn fast. Or just team up with people who already do know that job and can help you doing it. Henry Ford didn't know a bunch of stuff, but he hired people who didn't know that stuff. That's the move for Henry Ford and the rest of the car industry. That's my point. And close your eyes. Picture the life you want. The house, the work, whatever work you want, even though, well, you might not want to work this money. The feelings, the money, of course you have to want the money. Like, want how much money, that's just it. Like, if you want to have a good house, good work, good feelings, but then you forgot to think to do money, and then you end up broke, having to sell your house. Well, that's just weird. Do it daily. Athletes do this before games. Creators do it before launches. Your brain doesn't know the difference. It does, but sometimes it doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So make it yours too. Like, just think of it in your mind, picture what you want, and remember to add everything, or you might end up with a dancing skibby on wheels. And you need people around you who get it. Not just like people who always say yes, or people who always say no, people who just do something in the middle. So just real people. Like, not fake robots who just want Robux, but real ones. Builders, people who actually do it, people who have a brain and are thinking, instead of just being like, meet weekly, share goals, and push each other. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, because, well, you're supposed to learn from other people, not the empty space. Successful people do not become a waffle. They choose. They move. And they're not crispy and brown. Make cái địa phương đó là như mình không có phải một cái bánh waffle và mình không có cái incredible, mình không có phải màu vàng mà mình không có bị nướng lên. Other successful people hesitate, overthink, and talk themselves into becoming crispy and golden brown. Perfect for CMRs. I'm joking. They become lazy, they hesitate, they overthink, and talk themselves out of action. And that's what you call a waffle. Take the shot. Course correct it later. It's like, do it, and then you fix the problems later. Just do it, and don't become a skibbity waffle like other people. Tell us a story about a guy who quit digging for gold. 3 feet, like, let me think, how to describe it? Like, literally, the tip of your longest finger directly down to your shirt. That's how long, like, 3 feet was. And then he was so close, and he didn't continue. Someone else came in, digged that one spot, and got the gold. And if I was that person right now, I would be like, bro, I'm stupid. Do not be the waffle. The ones who win aren't lucky. They just refuse to stop digging or searching or stop not being a waffle. Your subconscious is like a silent assistant. It listens to everything you say, especially the negative stuff. Also, you become the more uglier, the more negative things you say. Like, if you think good things, that you, even if you have a dimple or three brows or a crusty face, you will still look pretty. But if you think negative things, you become ugly. Like, even if you're beautiful, they will still see you as ugly on the inside. I said something I added myself. So stop saying, I'm stuck, and I'll never make it. Say what you want to happen. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Your brain will quietly start connecting dots to make it real. Anh Năm, mẹ có hỏi nè. Mẹ nghĩ á, nếu mà là trong cái mấy người mẹ đã gặp rồi, vậy là mẹ nghĩ ai là cái người lười biếng không có làm cái goals và là waffle nhất?
Mẹ gặp mà nhiều người và nó tùy thời điểm á. Có thời điểm họ có cái mental illness và họ không có overcome được cái difficulties
Không
của họ.
phải mental illness á, mà là họ cứ tự nhiên là họ không có bao giờ làm cái gì hết, cứ mình không làm được và là thành cái waffle.
Nhiều người lắm, nhiều người như vậy nên là họ cứ bị stuck in their lives.
At one point of life và không có đi move past được, đúng không?
Nhiều lắm con.
Hill's sexual energy is powerful, not in a very creepy way like those very scary old men like P. Diddy, in a creative way. That passion, that fire, put it into your goals instead of using it to play Roblox. Your art, your ambition. If you don't have ambition, you just get some, because ambition is what drives you to do it. If you don't have any ambition, then why would you even want to do it? Why would you even have a goal? A lot of successful people redirect that drive into building empires. You can too. A natural waffle or a skippy toilet. Your thoughts send signals. Your emotions broadcast frequency. So surround yourself with negativity. Like, imagine you're a radio. Your thoughts send signals and your emotions broadcast frequency to other people. Surround yourself with negativity with other radios. You will start picking up their channel. Stay true to success and you'll attract the right ideas and the right people, just like the radio. Otherwise, you might be around negative people, just become a negative radio when no one cares for that part. Bye-bye. Isn't about superpowers. Like number 12, trust your gut. The sixth sense isn't about superpowers. It's that gut feeling you get after building momentum. Or that gut feeling that tells you to do something and it's correct. There was one guy on Reddit who had a gut feeling to close his bedroom door, and then there was a creep trying enter the bedroom window. Not the door. It was the window. I was just mispronouncing it. And luckily, he had closed the window. Like, that is an example of how your sixth sense can trick you. The more you act, learn, and push forward instead of just going back, like, I'm right here. This is where I want to be. And do it now. Oh, no, 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 no. The more your instincts sharpen. Hill says this sixth sense help you make genius moves you didn't even see coming. Like that one guy in chess who was at a losing streak until go backhand checkmated his opponent and won Robux. These six fears a liar, the six ghosts of Skibidi. These six fears ruin more dreams than failure has ever has. Fear of poverty, which is fear of being poor, fear of criticism. So that's the fear of everyone else is criticizing you, saying negative things about you. Fear of ill health. Fear that you get so unhealthy that I should eat fast food and look like a KCO every day. Fear of losing love. Fear of losing, that's the fear of your loved ones, like bye-bye. Fear of old age. Fear of getting old, crinkly, waffly, and a banana. Fear of death. Fear of just going bye-bye permanently. Or if heaven is actually real, going to heaven. But if you're bad, go to hell. Wait, that's just an example. And do you know these fears live rent-free in your brain? Start charging them money until you kick them out. Feel the fear, do the thing anyway, and then charge the fears money. How to actually use this Skibidi. Write your big goal, specific, bold, like really, really big. Like writing it just really, really big, not making it really, really big. And personal. Say it out loud daily, morning, night, after lunch, after eating Bulldog, after going to the toilet. Whenever you go to the toilet, visualize it like it already happened, and you're just remembering how you did it. Surround yourself with winners. Ditch the energy vampires and that one TV that drains the battery, even though it's not even on. Do one thing daily towards your goal. Small steps count. Well, they count more than big steps and you quit. That's one thing. And never quit unless it's actually, unless you have to quit for your well-being, of course. Literally. Not ever. Unless it's a ride or die situation. It's not magic. It's mental discipline and real action. Unless you're a waffle, like I said in my past examples, and you let your fears live rent-free in your brain. And like I said, start charging them money. Build belief, reinforce it daily, and take steps that compound, that pile up, make a huge compound again.
Hiểu.
And eventually, the world will catch up to what your mind's already living. And that technically means you'll do it. Like what your mind is already thinking is real, and you'll actually achieve it in real time, not it being an imagination staying in the back of your mind while you're living your fears rent-free and then eating it. So stop waiting. Start deciding. You don't need anyone's permission. You need clarity, like seeing things clearly, obsession, and a plan, and the guts to follow through. Also, just don't be a waffle. Just don't. Còn nói mẹ có charge cái fees của mẹ money không? Hay là mẹ cho nó rent free?
Terry có thể nói lại được không?
Do you let your fears live rent free?
Mẹ không có để fear. Mẹ aware là mẹ có, khi mà cái fear nó come to my head, cái là mẹ
Thì là mẹ đuổi nó ra và mẹ bắt nó càng chặt đi.
không, mẹ không có đuổi, mẹ aware nó và mẹ let it go naturally. Bởi vì
Mẹ là giúp nhà con xuống nói chuyện ở ngoài.